Hey guys, Itsisaactech here, and it's next gen season. So today we're talking about the PS5, and this is going to be the first real world in-hand review. Well, that's going to be after the 868 megabyte update. So on your marks, get set, listen. We only get truly new consoles every couple of years, so the hype has been understandably crazy. We have been over on IIT Twitter helping people with pre-orders on the Twitter page, and let me just say, wow. But before we get into all of that, here's a review on the PS5. So after living and breathing the PS5 for about a week now, here are my thoughts on it and the features from your average gamer's personal point of view. So welcome to the full review. Let's talk about the design. This PS5 is massive, especially around the base of it. They really do protrude out, and it's not exactly as pretty as it does look when it's standing up. Especially when you're looking at it from behind, the butt does look really big, and it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like Kim Kardashian, let's just say that. Now moving on, the matte white sides are so nice to hold, and as you can see in the unboxing video, I was having a lot of fun playing catch with the PS5. So it definitely has some grip to it. The stand that comes with the console is hard to figure out, but it's meant to help increase airflow. So long term, it's meant to be a good thing. I have my PS5 set on its side just because aesthetically it fits better with the feng shui of my room, and others might have it standing up, which in that case you might actually not need to use the stand. This is completely up to you, and IIT does not assume any responsibility over any damaged consoles. I just wonder sometimes how this console is going to look in a teenager's room. You'll have clothes all over the place with leftover food on the floor and pizza boxes, then boom, this glorious Adonis of a console and right in the middle. Now that will be interesting. Anyways, enough about the console, let's talk about what else is new. There's a new UI which I'm not going to lie is a bit of a learning curve. Sony has moved all the typical placeholders like setting power on and off. That toggle, the PSN store, is also moved around to make the UI seem a little bit more open. Like I said, it is definitely a learning curve. The PS5 is much faster than anything I have ever used that's next gen. The click and go features along with the resume play option works like a charm. Sony really outdid themselves here. There was an issue where the consoles would crash after you turned them on from low power mode, but that was recently fixed in a patch, and that patch probably was about the size of 868 megabytes. So I am hoping most updates moving forward will remain in and around 1 gigabyte, especially for those of you with the digital in need of space. There is an issue I have noticed as well with the Wi-Fi. The PS5 connects you automatically to whichever Wi-Fi signal is constant, obviously after you have entered the WPS. But for people running on internet speeds over 100 megabytes, you might want to switch the setting to 5 gigahertz instead of the 2.4 for the best Wi-Fi experience, and so that you don't keep disconnecting from the PSN store or PlayStation Plus. The quality of the game graphics is impressive and feels very different. Spider-Man Miles Morales is an amazing example of why this is, utilizing ray tracing so you can choose between high fidelity mode and high performance, which you can switch between whenever you want. When high fidelity is on, ray tracing is on, the textures are amazing, but it's limited to 30 frames per second. We're talking about mirror-like reflections in game along with being able to see the textures, but when fidelity is off and performance is on, then you cannot see this level of detail anymore, which I guess it is that one or the other when you're picking what you're going to do with this next gen console. You can't see this level of detail anymore, but you are running at 60 frames per second. The ray tracing is adequate for what you are using the console for. It's not on a PC level yet, but side note, FIFA 21 will not come to the PS5 until December 4th, and therefore we don't have access to the FIFA EA store in-game. Just thought I'd put it out there. Astro's Playroom comes preloaded onto the PS5, and it's a great demo just to see how well those adaptive triggers and controller motors work. The controller is very nice, it's very solid. When you hold it in your hand, you'll know what I mean. It feels so premium, kind of like a really expensive third-party controller from Amazon. It has USB-C. I got 2 days of full gaming before it automatically disconnected. The adaptive triggers are very immersive, bringing that real-world feel to your controls. It'll be interesting to see how titles like FIFA and Cyberpunk and All sorts of them, and maybe even NBA 2K21 utilize this. The console is also quiet. I have noticed after playing for about 6 hours straight that I would hear a vroom sound come from my PS5, which is better than that jet engine sound. The sliding view in the UI is interesting. I don't think we can customize the theme, which hurts my heart, but generally speaking, I like it. I like the PS5, and there is so much upside to having it rather than not having it. What happens to third-party controller makers now? Would they be able to compete? Would you buy them? Let us know below. Anyways guys, that's it. That's the review. It's been Itsisaactech, and may the DualSense be with you.